Let's have a short introduction to thick client applications before we start with pen testing them. Thick client applications typically provide rich functionality. They do have a lot of functionality in the client application itself. As the name suggests, thick clients or fat clients are the applications that are run as standalone applications on the desktop or mobile application. Thick client applications are usually run on the system itself. They do have rich functionality independent of the server. They do interact with the servers usually only to get the data from the server and to put the data back onto the server. Now, these thick client applications come with a lot of functionality in the client itself. It creates a great opportunity for an attacker to understand the business logic of the application as well as gain access to sensitive data such as source code or secrets and stuff like that. Now, to be honest, these applications are very old and you probably won't find them in your day-to-day life. However, a lot of organizations still have these thick client applications in their companies, and we as pen testers may encounter these thick client applications in our engagements. They are usually developed using languages like C#, .NET, C, C++, Java applets. And if you take mobile applications as an example, native Android and iOS applications are also examples of thick clients. Android programming language is used for developing Android native applications, and Objective-C and Swift are the languages that are used for developing iOS native applications. Now, in this course, we are going to use an application called DVTA, Damn Vulnerable Thick Client Application, which is developed using C#.NET. It's an open source application which is available at the link provided on the slide. However, we are going to use a modified version of DVTA in this course. We're not going to use this DVTA application as is because it has some minor issues that we need to fix. So I have modified this application in a way that it fixes all those issues. In addition to that, I have added some more challenges to the application, so it will be more fun while testing this. Now let's see common thick client application architectures. We do come across two-tier architecture as well as three-tier architecture. In two-tier architecture, an application is going to run on the user's computer and it directly interacts with the database. In this case, most of the business logic will be within this client application. This is something that's really interesting for attackers as well as pen testers. Now, if you come to three-tier architecture, you will have a client which is running on the computer and it connects to a server which could be hosting some APIs or a web application, and this in turn will connect to the database. Now, if you look at this three-tier architecture, a lot of business logic can be moved onto the server. So in this case, you probably still find issues that are exploitable, but probably not as bad as the ones that you may encounter in two-tier architecture based applications. In this course, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to use an application called DVTA. It uses two-tier architecture. What it means is we will be running an exe file on our computer and it directly interacts with the database. So this is going to be fun. We are going to see a lot of interesting security problems in this application. I'm excited to teach you all of them in this course. In the next video, let's set up the lab so we can proceed with pen testing this DVTA application.